Diabetes. Do you know that if a child is diagnosed with diabetes at the age of 5, by the time they turn 18, they have endured at least 8,980 finger pokes? Ouch, that hurts. Type 1 diabetes strikes children and adults at any age. Today in America, we have over 3 million people suffering from diabetes 1. And that means that they poke themselves, they take insulin. And I always thought it was more adults suffering from diabetes than children. But after reading some researches done by the different foundations, like the ADA Foundation, American Diabetes Society, and the JDR Foundation, I found that it's the same amount between children and adults. There is about 15,000 kids a year suffering from type 1 diabetes, and there's 15,000 adults that are also suffering. Have you taken into consideration if you or your children are part of that number? I hope you have. You may ask why the number is so high, because we do not take time to look at the signs. And today, I want to help you get educated. We need to look out for signs, and I'm going to mention a few: extreme thirst, frequent urination, dizziness, increased appetite, sudden weight loss, sugar in the urine, and many others. These are signs that we need to look for to make sure that any of our loved ones are part of this number. What can we do to help, you say? I will come back to answer that question. But first, I want to go ahead and I want us to look at diabetes from the eyes of those that are going through, suffering this disease. Reading the researches done by these companies that I mentioned before, we have found that people that are suffering with type 1 diabetes say that this is something that's very difficult to them. It is life-threatening, it never goes away, but at the same time, these people are an inspiration to us, because even though they're facing this disease with challenges and courage and perseverance, they don't let anything stand in their way to accomplish their goals. I want to quote Mary from Rhode Island as she describes what it is for her to live with diabetes type 1. It is a 24/7 job, 365 days. We never get to relax or to forget to watch what we eat. Whether you exercise too much, eat too little, take your insulin, check your blood sugar, a cold, a coming sunburn, and the list goes on and on of the things that you have to watch to not make that disease complicated to you. So many things each day, a risky venture when you live with that type 1 diabetes, is how she described it. I also want to quote Jonathan from California. He goes, unlike other kids, I have to check my blood sugars 8 to 10 times a day. Everything I eat is measured, every carbohydrate counts. My kit goes with me everywhere. I have to think about too much exercise, not enough eating. Everything is dangerous. I think I am too young to have to worry about all these things, is how Jonathan expressed it. Today we need to take a stand. We need to take action in supporting the nonprofit foundations like the JDRF Foundation, like the CDF, which is the Children's Diabetes Foundation, and the ADA, American Diabetes Society. The JDR Foundation has 17 different countries in which they do projects for research to try to better diabetes. They have donated over $110 million to research for type 1 diabetes in order to help these people that are suffering the disease. They have donated over $1.7 billion to the diabetic research. And we can find more information about the JDRF RF Foundation is the largest charitable support of type 1 diabetes, and I'll have the website for you. The CDF is the Children's Diabetic Foundation. They recently had researchers come from Argentina and to embark a study of living cells to see if they could find a cure for diabetes. And the ADA, American Diabetes Society, also has funded thousands and thousands of dollars to research programs through the Pinnacle Society and Submit Circle, providing necessary funds for the diabetes science. With all the different organizations that we can find that are raising money to help the research of type 1 diabetes, it's never enough. My purpose today is to make you understand why we should stand and support these companies. And I also gave you a brief presentation of what these people go through day after day. Today we need to understand that we need to support them with our donations. We need to support their events. We need to support them by raising fundraisers so that we could donate that money, and also by volunteering to these foundations. I want everyone today to leave here with a commitment in your mind and your heart that you will help these foundations, that we will help our fellow neighbors, our family members to have and live a better life by helping these foundations. Today I have brought 4 different I commit contracts, and before you leave, please take action and sign one of them. Please stand on your feet if you're going to unite with me and these foundations today in giving them some support, whether it's financial or volunteer. And we could support these companies in helping the research on diabetes type 1.